Oh shit. Well, thanks, show. Thanks, because I already know I'm going to get fucking destroyed when part 3 drops because of this. They're like, well, we put it in the show, so we have to add this element. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, so it's time for The Last of Us. And today we got Season 1, Episode 2, Infected. After escaping the QZ, Joel and Tess clash over Ellie's fate while navigating the ruins of a long abandoned Boston. Yeah, we really get into the mix of this one. That other shit, that's like oh, I gotta throw that shit out. That's like prologue slash like goddamn like tutorial slash, you know what I'm saying, that's barely gameplay. This to the real nitty gritty. This when we get to really see them affected. We saw them a little bit, but you know, like I said, that's prelude. But I guess hold on, let me compare it out. Yeah, we're losing a lot more time, but hopefully this is just the shortest one. Yeah, because I don't think this part of the story would be anything crazy when it comes to like time, like run time. Yo, I talked to someone, and today's her last day too. I talked to someone at work and they gonna be like, yeah, I think I'm a pass on it. You know, basically, she was like, it seemed like by the book, and then she was basically saying like, you know, they don't show how it happened. I'm like, they quite literally showed you in the very first scene. There's basically, and then I'm like, and it's different from the other shit. Like this one is like, if it was to mutate, I don't know about the global warming thing when it came to being able to mutate the humans, but if it was able to mutate the humans, this is kind of what it will look like. I'm ready to jump into this, but before you do, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get it. Okay, go. I was like, don't be one of those things where you're just gonna be like, oh, we're in a different country, let's speak English. Also, I didn't know, I thought it was just a weird effect when it came to flesh, but apparently there's little things coming out of their mouths when they bite. That looks fucking ridiculous.
Iya, ini opiocordyceps. Tapi kenapa menggunakan klorazol untuk mempersiapkan slide?
Kami gunakan sebagai persiapan pengambilan sampel dari tubuh manusia, Bu Ratna.
She's like, yeah, alright. You gonna send her in? You can't just, you know what I'm saying.
Ibu merasa mual. Sebaiknya Ibu segera keluar.
Okay, it's an autopsy. You're gonna pull out those little ramen noodles that I thought was just like terrible. Look, yep, there we go. See, it's all right, you know, when it's in a setting like that. But like when they looked at the camera, I was just like, damn, this look kind of some kind of like low budget like prosthetic effects. Like I don't know what they was doing right there. I was like, I don't know what part of the body or flesh that is.
Siapa yang menggigit perempuan itu, Pak?
Kami tidak tahu, Ibu.
Jadi artinya mereka masih berkeliaran di luar sana.
Listen, if you patient 0, it's mandatory you get studied. If you patient 0, you attack someone else, it's mandatory both of y'all get shot.
Bu Ratna, kami membawa Ibu Ratna kemari untuk membantu kami untuk mencegah penyebaran.
I just told you how to stop that.
Kami butuh vaksin. Butuh obat.
I don't think that's how it works, bro.
Bom. Mulailah pengeboman.
She said Raccoon City treatment. I wonder if like with the flashbacks in in part 2, if we're gonna see some of those flashbacks but in the series. Honestly, what y'all should do is, if you want to do part 2, have that be like season 4, dude. Don't make that season 2. Even when you can expand it. In season 2, you could do the flashbacks and like really build up the other characters.
There's not gonna be anything bad in here?
Just you.
Oh, funny.
It look like she eating better than y'all, goddamn.
Is it chicken?
Yeah. Or until they get it from smugglers. Guess not you guys.
Ooh. Yeah, y'all kind of seem... Y'all seem like y'all are kind of like toned down in the show than y'all are, you know, in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all them. Y'all are them, but in this one, y'all are kind of just...
If she so much as twitches, don't.
Can I have a gun?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Jesus, fine. I'll just throw a fucking sandwich at them.
Let me see that city. Let me see it. It was nice when you get that little like free roam portion in part 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be honest, like I'll vacation in a post-apocalyptic landscape. It's too many L's, dude. And I just gotta make sure my food's straight, and then we good. Well, honestly, I'll have my gear set up, but
Thought I got away, but
So it was just you in there, right?
nah. Nah.
so there aren't super infected that explode fungus spores on you,
Shit, I hope not.
or ones with split
Oh,
open
yeah.
heads that see in the dark like bats.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Wait, are we going in there?
Yeah, we gotta get to the stairwell on the other side.
Well, I
No, I
don't
can't swim. Yep.
Seriously?
Do you think we have pools in the QC?
No, smart ass. I mean,
I don't know how I was supposed to know that.
I thought we were about to bring out video game elements, but
Yes, sir. I would like your finest suite, please. Yes, ma'am. Would you like me to check your luggage? Yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am.
you're a weird kid.
You're a weird kid.
I think she nails, you know, the hardcore and awkward elements. But like editing me here, basically what I was saying was Ellie has a more softer voice. I don't know how to explain it.
That's enough.
I think, like I said last episode, I think mine better, man.
Where'd you learn to do that?
That all black joint. Yours more old school. Mine is more more modern.
Texas,
What about Tess?
Detroit, and Michigan.
I go to school. I know where Detroit is.
You'd be surprised where people know where certain things are, bruh.
So, you two, like,
Pass.
how did you end up in Boston?
Pass. No more questions about me.
Okay, yeah, that was very Ellie and Joel. This look like we're never mind. Never mind, it don't look like it anymore. I was gonna say when I can't even explain it without spoiling for the game, so let's just say I'm afraid of heights. fuck are they doing?
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, there's a way across from the top floor.
Well, then I guess it's fine.
We used to take it all the time.
Okay.
It was.
Awesome.
See, this is what I was talking about right here. So when she was like da da da, kind of in a whispering tone, like, well, I guess it's fine. Like I imagine it a little more upbeat. I'm really like this, bro, when it comes to adaptations.
Bone dry. Could mean they're all finally dead in there.
Like, I hear Joel. Even though I feel like you could have got Troy Baker to dye his hair and it would have been perfectly fine.
I have a spare hand.
Congratulations. Okay, from this point onward, we are silent. Not quiet. Silent.
Whoa.
No question. Let's do it.
I don't need to see him making shivs or anything like that. It's perfectly fine you making a knife. You don't need to balance it like the game. But are we gonna get to see any crafting like pipe bombs and shit like that? That's that when you trying to, you know what I'm saying, get some. When you trying to get something to eat and it's like 2 a.m. Whole goddamn neighborhood hear you. Hell no. I like how anytime there's something loud, like everyone, we kind of make the little cringe face, like that's gonna like stop whatever is happening. Nice. Y'all gotta hit those. Nice. You gonna go back and that motherfucker gonna be right next to you. You gonna be camping in your face just like these. Nice. Yo. Where you at, Tess? There you go. Get some melee weapons.
You fucking kidding me? I mean, if it was gonna happen to one of us.
Just wait there. Give us a minute.
Yeah, if I was playing the game, what I'll be saying right now, gaming channel description down below. What I'll be saying right now is heal up, reload all your shits. Reload my shits.
Can you do that? I to think for once, maybe we can actually win. Just go and watch her.
Oh, that's tough. I already know what that mean. That's tough. That's tough. I was gonna say something earlier, but you know what I'm saying, I ain't know how long we was gonna let that bit last. Quite literally. I swear, anytime like we got on the rooftop, like we went through a whole fucking section, we'll get on the rooftop, look at our destination, which was that spherical right here, this right here, and I swear we would not be any types of closer. I'm like, man, I've been playing for 5 hours, bruh. Oh, now you're just fucking there after 5 seconds. Okay, I love it. Thanks. Maybe you roll down your sleeve. Oh, that bag got shot up.
Right?
Damn, this look just like this shit.
Tess, it's over. We are going home.
This is not my fucking home!
Hold on, that is crazy. Hold on. Let me see if y'all say it so I can circle back to it.
Show me.
That show me was perfect. I had a feeling this episode was gonna end with her being affected. I didn't want to say just in case, you know, there's some show watchers only. See, that's fine. That's fine. But when you bite someone and it looks like you're eating ramen noodles, no, sir. Ah, shit. Well, thanks, show. Thanks, because I already know I'm going to get fucking destroyed when part 3 drops because of this. They're like, well, we put it in the show, so we have to add this element.
No! We're not leaving her! Get off me, you fucker! I'm not going with you!
That's that verbatim right there. Alright, well, they didn't say it, but basically they did some rendering thing. I think it was when they did the remastered. Not the part 1 that they just recently dropped, but they were, this is before I played the game, and they were showing like
We're shitty people, Joel. It's been that way for a long time.
We are survivors.
This is our chance!
It is over, Tess!
And so basically I had did a short film, and when I said I'm gonna circle back to it, basically I was trying to keep the same flow as I recalled from that scene. I didn't like, oh, okay, they did this flow. Like, I was just kind of like in my head, like, oh, this is how it was, and just have like my character like have that, like how he's like, we are survivors, Tess. And I don't remember what my line was.
We can go get him.
And if we get caught,
Or we could fight.
there will be bloodshed on both sides.
Or we could take
This is not a discussion, Claire!
But I just remember earlier the character that I was speaking to was like,
Home? Call a place a home? Guys, let's just shut up, Sam. That's not home.
that's why I said I'm gonna circle back to that, because I was gonna say, oh, this is my inspiration for that scene. And it's crazy that y'all probably, you know, saw my inspiration and so got the inspiration from me. So it's kind of like, it's literally circling back. No one knows my name. Heard? Okay. You can't use a bullet. You had one job. Is that someone you know? Or you just froze? Yuck. Like a... What the ew! And I need to see some crafting of some Molotovs. I need to see all that. Cause I was hitting them clickers straight with the Molotovs. Mink! Boop, boop, boop!
Yeet!
I don't hit y'all with the shiv takedowns, cause the game be finessing me. Like they be like, you be in a cool sneak, and then they hit you with a. No, you can't see. Play us out, Gustavo. Next time on, y'all. It's my guy.
New World Order jackboot.
My name's Frank. Here's the thing, Frank. If I feed you, then every bum you talk to about it is gonna show up here looking for a free lunch. And this is not an Arby's.
Well, Arby's didn't have free lunch. It was a restaurant.
Sooner or later, there'll be raiders. They'll come at night, quiet, and armed.
Call Joel. We'll be fine.
All right, let me see them behind the
Well
scenes.
before we ever rolled any film, we gathered together a small army of people to work on how to get the clickers right. And getting the clickers
Y'all did a good
right
job.
means that people who have played the game will go, that's it. And people who haven't played the game are going to go,
Oh shit.
oh my god. To present the clickers on screen correctly, my feeling was that we had to make 5,000 decisions exactly right.
Y'all did a pretty like y'all really executed that like perfectly. Like we know what time it is going from the game to the show. And it's just kind of like, oh, here come the clickers. And then, but if someone who doesn't watch the show, like, you're kind of like, oh, infected, blah, blah, blah. You hear the like the screeching and clicking or whatever at the end of last episode. And you literally hear, I saw it on the screen. But some people was like, yeah, you hear the clicker, so we might see them next episode. No, you could literally see them on the building. I literally zoomed in. So you can see it. Like, I know, like, I'll have the screen over to the side. And it's smaller than how I see it on my TV screen. Plus, like, some people might watch the reaction on the phone or whatever. Or even watch the show on the phone in general. But you go into this, you're just seeing these, you know, oh, this is some regular zombie stuff, blah, blah, blah. So you see the infected, you know, they look a little different, but they look like, you know, zombies more or less. We seen them in the first episode, whatever. You know, and they got the little noodles coming out their mouth and shit like that. It's a little, you know, cool little element, but it just looks weird. Like, just bite people regular. Bite them regular. Now, if you bite them regular and then after a sudden the stuff grows in their arm, okay, that's different. But then they're like, what could have done this? What kind of infected what could have done this? And Joel and Tess are looking at each other like, and then we're building up the tension. We gotta be quiet. We gotta be quiet, making all this noises. Then they finally show up. They're on a creep. No, first you just hear it. Then on a creep.
Gower and Barry Gower worked on our prosthetics on Chernobyl. He's the best.
When we joined the show, we spoke to both Neil and Craig about the design for the clickers, and we started off with a lot of preliminary concept art. We were using that as a stepping stone, and even though we were creating new, refreshed versions on the same brief, we kept going back to the original designs that Neil and his team had created for the games.
Neil and I were ruthless in our pursuit.
The first time I got to see the full prosthetics, I got tears in my eyes. It looked so good, and it was so creepy and beautiful at the same time, and it captured a lot of the things we were trying to do with the game, but it was there in real life.
We found some terrific actors who were fans of the game and understood the movement, and we're really happy with how it all turned out.
That was another thing with the movements and shit like that. And the camera angles.
Was the way the fungus would spread.
Oh, here we go.
We did a lot of research on fungus and cordyceps. Neil and Naughty Dog, of course, had gone through a lot of that stuff as well. We started looking at something called mycelium, which are these
mycelium. Wasn't that a Resident Evil? Mycelium. If it was in if it was, when I say Resident Evil, I mean Resident Evil Village specifically. But if it wasn't in that, it was Motherland, Fort Salem.
Threads that make up fungus. In the game, it spreads through biting and saliva, but it also can spread through the air, through spores. And while that works in a video game environment, in real life, spores move around everywhere. And it's just harder to buy into the notion that spores localize and don't spread.
Craig had this idea that
So I understand that
just
change.
like the way fungus operates, is sometimes it's like the largest organisms you could have in the forest. It's a single organism that could just communicate to different parts of it. Like
Okay,
if you
yeah.
touch a tendril here, a mile away,
Vecna.
you could wake up a horde of infected that will now like come after you.
Indeed, there is this thing called the wood wide web. Fungus can communicate chemically over insane distances. They are remarkable organisms, and unfortunately in this case also terrifying.
And that's one of those changes that we made from the game to the show. In the game, it was the military chasing us, but we felt like just again, the way it was playing out, we couldn't sustain that. And I believe it's actually more dramatic and kind of interesting than what happens in the game.
Tess was a character that we did quite a bit of expansion on. She doesn't have any particular emotional connection to the world as far as we know. So in that regard, she's kind of a perfect survivor. When she understands what Ellie is, and that Ellie represents some modicum of hope for the world, you see that there is something in her that was always there that is ready to come back out.
When Tess finds out that Ellie is immune, there's immediately a light bulb moment for her that goes off, which is like redemption.
I think Tess goes, if they do this one thing, that can potentially save everyone. She can in some way be redeemed for all the shitty things that she's done.
Even in getting bit and understanding that her life is going to end, she is even more committed to hope and inspires Joel to move on with Ellie for just a little bit longer.
I had imagined that the scene was going to be very different to the way that it actually turned out. I thought it was going to be much slower, and I thought it was going to be like this magnetic kind of pull. And then when we came to do it, I don't know, it was just so not what I had thought it was going to be.
Neil understands how to create fear, and it's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, we about to go crazy. We about to go crazy. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see how we gonna go with this. Trying to, cause that literally right there is that's kind of like. This is kind of like where a gap goes. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of from here to Bill. I don't remember. From Bill to I'm not trying to say, but just in case, you know, there's show only viewers. But let's just say to a certain community, and then and then when we get to some more of my peoples, you know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. So basically from now to Bill, and from Bill to that community is like where my gaps are that I'm blanking on. But plus we got some, you know, so maybe we might start every episode with like some flashback, just building. So she really had nothing to say, bruh. When it came to, oh, I think it's by the book, and you know they don't show how it started. By the end, you probably might have a detailed breakdown of everything. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. If you liked it, I'm sure you drop like, subscribe, share it to your friends. Stay tuned for the next one. It's been Action by the World's Coolest Nerd, and I'm out.